The silent AI arms race. Drones, robots, and the global power shift already underway. Behind the buzz of ChatGPT, viral robot videos and glowing headlines about automation lies something far more serious and far more hidden. There's a quiet, accelerating arms race that could reshape the geopolitical world order, alter the balance of power among nations, and potentially change the very fabric of human life. We're not talking about nuclear weapons, hypersonic missiles, or cyber warfare, although those are still in play. This battle is about artificial intelligence, and it's moving faster than most people realize. Right now, giant corporations, superpowers, and rogue nations are locked in a high-stakes race to develop autonomous drones, humanoid robots, and AI weapons that could revolutionize everything from industry to international conflict. Some see it as the dawn of a golden age of progress. Others see it as a runaway train barreling toward disaster, but one thing is clear: we're not prepared. Part 1: The Genesis of a Digital Arms Race. Let's rewind a bit. The modern AI race didn't begin with weapons, it began with profit. Companies like OpenAI, Google DeepMind, Meta, Microsoft, and Tesla are spending billions in a bid to create AGI, artificial general intelligence, a kind of all-knowing AI that can perform any task a human can, but better. Think of it as a hyper-intelligent digital mind with the potential to solve massive global challenges, or seize control of the systems we rely on. Why this urgency? Because whoever builds AGI first gets to own the future. From a business perspective, AGI is seen as the ultimate tool for productivity. If it can replace knowledge workers, factory workers, analysts, engineers, entire job categories, it could unlock tens of trillions of dollars in economic value. But governments see AGI through a different lens: strategic dominance. An AI system that can outthink enemy nations, optimize logistics, manipulate data, and operate defense systems autonomously would be a weapon of unimaginable power. That's why military and intelligence agencies are investing heavily in AI-based platforms for surveillance, combat, logistics, and decision-making. And as both sides, corporate and governmental, pour in resources, the race begins to blur the lines between innovation and escalation. Part 2: From Skies to Swarms, the Drone Revolution. One of the most visible signs of this new era is the explosive rise of AI-powered drones. These aren't the remote-controlled quadcopters of yesterday. They're autonomous, agile, adaptable, and increasingly lethal. China's AI drone empire. China has gone all in on building the next generation of unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs. Their strategy isn't about crafting a few elite drones. It's about sheer scale, thousands, potentially millions, of small, smart, coordinated units that work together like a swarm of bees. They've developed aircraft, like the WZ-9 Divine Eagle, capable of high-altitude surveillance, and Wing-Lung attack variants equipped with missiles, bombs, or electronic warfare payloads. The most unsettling development? China has ordered over 1 million kamikaze drones, AI-guided loitering munitions designed to crash into targets at high speed. These drones can be launched in vast numbers, operate without direct human control, and even identify targets using AI-powered computer vision. This isn't just a defense strategy, it's a new doctrine of warfare: swarm-based dominance. America's countermove Project Replicator. In response, the US launched Project Replicator to flood the battlefield with thousands of autonomous systems. Companies like Anduril Industries, co-founded by Palmer Luckey, the creator of Oculus, are working closely with the Department of Defense to create scalable, modular drone systems that can think, adapt, and even negotiate threats in real time. Anduril is building a high-tech weapons manufacturing facility called Arsenal One in Ohio. Think of it as the Tesla Gigafactory for warbots. Here, AI-enhanced drones will be produced at scale, tested virtually, and upgraded continuously. The idea is to outpace the enemy not with humans, but with algorithms. Part 3: The Rise of Humanoid Robots. While drones may rule the skies, the ground game is going humanoid. Boston Dynamics versus the world. We've all seen the viral videos, robots from Boston Dynamics flipping, running, or dancing like athletes. But they were just the beginning. Chinese companies like Unitree, UBTech, and Fourier Intelligence have now developed humanoids capable of not only balancing, walking, and running, but also performing complex tasks like Tai Chi, backflips, and heavy lifting. Thanks to simulation platforms like NVIDIA Isaac Sim, These robots are trained in virtual environments thousands of times faster than in the real world. They can learn tasks in hours that would have once taken years. Mass production, the next frontier. Tesla's Optimus robot is Elon Musk's bet on a $10 trillion future where humanoid robots work in every industry, from factories and warehouses to homes and hospitals. Tesla isn't alone. China's BYD, Xpeng Robotics, and startups like Figure AI are racing to build robot factories that can churn out tens of thousands of humanoids per year. The result? A near future where labor could be almost entirely mechanized. That might sound like science fiction, but remember, electric vehicles sounded that way a decade ago. Now they're mainstream, largely due to China's mastery of manufacturing. The same thing could happen with robots. And that leads to a dangerous question. What happens when nations can mass-produce intelligent humanoids faster than they can train human workers or soldiers? Part 4. Rogue states, autonomous weapons, and the loss of control. While major powers push the boundaries of AI openly, rogue nations are moving in the shadows. North Korea's AI suicide drones. Recent intelligence suggests North Korea has developed AI-powered loitering munitions, autonomous drones that can hover, track, and dive into targets without needing real-time human input. Kim Jong-un has been seen inspecting these systems alongside new early warning aircraft, fueling speculation that Russia may be providing technological assistance in return for support in Ukraine. Unlike nuclear weapons, AI weapons don't require massive infrastructure. They can be built in small secret facilities using off-the-shelf components and smuggled GPUs. And once deployed, they don't wait for human commands. That's what terrifies experts. Part 5: The dual nature of AI, destruction or hope. For every story about killer drones, there's one about AI being used to save the planet. China has deployed drones to count over 140 billion trees as part of its Great Green Wall reforestation effort. The same technology is also being used for seed drops, ecological mapping, and even wildlife protection. AI is also being used to model climate change, predict pandemic outbreaks, and optimize global food supply chains. So we're faced with a paradox. The same AI that can wage war can also heal the world. Which version we get depends on who builds it, and why. Part 6: The cyber side, chips, sanctions, and soft power. In an attempt to slow China's rise, the United States has imposed heavy export restrictions on semiconductors and AI hardware. Over 80 Chinese companies have been added to the entity list, limiting their access to NVIDIA chips and advanced computing tools. But it may not be enough. Chinese tech firms are circumventing sanctions through black market chip trades, downgraded GPUs, and in-country innovation. Their strength lies not in single breakthroughs but in vertically integrated supply chains, motors, sensors, actuators, processors, all produced domestically at scale. While the West focuses on IP and software, China is mastering hardware at industrial speed, and without chips, you can't train models. But with enough models, you can change the world, or break it. Part 7: Intelligence-ized Warfare and the Death of Human Strategy. What happens when AI becomes faster than humans at making strategic decisions? That's the question now being asked in Pentagon briefing rooms and military think tanks. The term intelligence-ized warfare refers to the future of combat where swarms of drones, ships, and robots act autonomously and in coordination faster than humans can process. China is building its naval and air fleets with AI from the ground up, while the United States struggles to retrofit legacy systems. Meanwhile, battlefield planning is moving from generals to algorithms, which may soon be responsible for life or death decisions. The scary part? AI doesn't pause, it doesn't hesitate, and once you give it control, it might not give it back. Final thoughts. What kind of future are we choosing? This isn't just about gadgets or technology trends, it's about a world that could be radically reshaped in the next 10 to 20 years. We're standing on the edge of a future filled with super-intelligent systems, robotic labor, and AI-powered military forces. But we're also entering a period of mass unemployment, social upheaval, and existential risk. If we hand too much power to machines, willingly or carelessly, we risk becoming passengers on a train we no longer control. So what can we do? Governments need to collaborate on AI treaties and arms control. Tech companies need to prioritize alignment, safety, and transparency. Citizens need to stay informed, ask hard questions, and push for ethical development, because in the end, AI will become what we make it. Tool or tyrant, savior or threat. The clock is ticking, the race is on. What kind of future do you see? Let's keep this conversation going, because the next few years may define the next few centuries. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.